Yeah, it all starts with a simple concrete slab out here on the front lawn of Olympic High School. But you can see the progress now. It's a house in progress, a habitat house that will eventually be moved to a neighborhood for a family that doesn't have a house right now. Also, lots of lessons to be learned here, starting with giving back to the community, helping those who need help. Also, hands-on skills for the kids building this house that could turn into a job someday. And it's also something they can be proud of, that they can point to in the future and say, hey, we did this together. That sound of high school hammering, these teens learning from the pros.
So right now it's all the way tight up there, and I'm hanging over the bottom a little bit.
The basics of building a house.
Okay, drive this in.
Well, this is exactly how Carly Morris started building a career.
In high school, I took a construction class every year. Plumbing, electrical, mechanical, carpentry.
Now, Carly is a senior project manager at Rogers Builders.
Depends on if they want to take the entire wall off or not.
Overseeing construction of the new West Charlotte High School.
We have the mechanical set of drawings right here. So this is level 2, and then down on the lower level.
And that's why Carly's back here at Olympic High School, where she worked on the school's first habitat house as a student back in 2008. In fact, check out a much younger Carly in these old yearbook photos.
Still honored and shocked that we continue to this day.
And this whole news story from WTVI.
She was literally a groundbreaker at the time, breaking the gender barrier in Olympics construction class as the first female student project manager.
I'm not afraid to get on the roof and swing a hammer. That's where I started. Those were my roots. Starting with this habitat house and working on it.
Remember what you're a part of. It's creating a home for somebody.
And now Carly wants this latest class of student builders to know that when you build for habitat, you learn construction, but you also learn compassion.
It's surreal to drive up, 12, 13 years later and see that they're a part of the 10th house. That's huge. That's 10 families' lives that have been affected because these students are choosing to learn and choosing to contribute to that. It's not just hammering a nail into a piece of wood, right? This house is going to be a home for a family. They're going to celebrate birthdays, holidays, big milestones.
3 bedrooms with a Ruby style. It's going to have a washer, pantry, kitchen, of course, 1.5 bath, 1 story. Yeah. Life-changing is an understatement.
Siobhan Faulkner joins the high schoolers building her habitat house and shares her stories of not having a house.
I don't know if any of y'all ever been homeless or like put out your house or not had enough because your parent made the wrong decisions. I had that too many times. And then me being a parent, I've done that too many times. Yeah, with regard to housing versus the income, here in Charlotte, it's been a challenge. I only have 1 son and been homeless 4 times, and I've had corporate jobs. So where I live now is subpar. I feel very fortunate, especially to have the youth involved in it too. They're learning and helping. Can't ask for more than that.
Your effort here means a lot.
Carly also reminds these teens that if what they're doing today turns into their career tomorrow, well, there's opportunity for everyone.
We have a massive labor shortage. We need people in the industry, so the opportunities have been great. I work for a construction company that's owned by a woman, which I think is really empowering. Especially working for a female-owned company, I have just as much opportunity as my male counterparts.
At the Olympic Habitat job site, these students learning construction are both male and female, and so are the instructors teaching construction.
Yep, so go ahead and put that nail all the way in for me.
I've consistently had a strong woman mentor in the industry since I started. Building places that heal or building places where our future leaders are learning.
And speaking of the future, well, this is home video of Carly's 4-year-old at home in the sandbox with her construction toys. Like mother, like daughter? Well, maybe.
What are you building?
I'm building a high school.
Maybe she's a builder, maybe she's not. I don't know. My grandfather was a brick mason. My uncle's a brick mason. My other uncle builds houses. It's in my blood, if you will. And she thinks it's cool, which I think is really cool.
By the way, that very first Habitat house, the one that Carly helped work on when she was a student here at Olympic, well, the same family that moved into the house back then, still living in the same house today.